Welcome back to another episode of Straight Talk with Post-Grad Recruits. Tonight we got a special guest on. We got Austin Silvoy on with us tonight, man, the offensive guru over there. Been around the game for a minute. What's going on? What's going on, Silvoy?
Hey, fellas, it's great to be back, man, with you guys and on another episode, man. I really appreciate you getting me back on, and I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, good, man. You already know we talked a little bit, man. We got the post-grad recruits All-Star Bowl. DeJuan and Brandon Lang are the head coaches going against each other. They did it last year. DeJuan lost by a field goal, so he wanted his revenge this year.
You already know DeJuan is going to be itching to get some revenge, man. That's a competitive coach right there.
He is, man. So he said, "Yeah, we got to run that back, B Lane." So B Lane said, "I'm coming back too." They both didn't know. Then when DeJuan said he coming back and he challenged B Lane again, B Lane said he had to come back. So we've been drafting players the last 2 weeks. Freeman, has it been the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's been the last 2 weeks. Been getting some good quality athletes. I'm talking about top-notch skill. I mean, everywhere. I mean, you got speed, you got headhunters, you got talk about this big hog that I seen today. This guy is ferocious. So I'm itching to get into that.
We're gonna get into it.
I can't say this. Team underrated have stepped their game up. They really evaluating film and seeing what athletes they were getting. So I gotta give them credit right
now. So DeJuan, and he ain't defending it, so I'm gonna text him real quick and let him know I'm talking about him. So DeJuan decided that we got Storm. Storm was able to join us tonight. What's going on, Storm?
Yes, sir. How you doing today? How y'all doing today, gentlemen?
Good.
Hey, what's happening?
So Storm played at UCF, Silverboy. I don't think you guys met yet. Storm played at UCF.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, doing great, man. Nice to meet you.
You too.
He's a stud. He was at Miami. You was at Miami too for a stint, right, Storm?
Yes, sir. I was.
Right. So I mean, he was a stud at UCF and Miami, and went to the NFL, played for the Jags and the Buccaneers and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
So I was about to tell him about the story about DeJuan Harris and how he said y'all was taking 2 minutes. He needed more time to evaluate the film. Storm was getting on to him. He said, "Man, I need more time, man. It ain't enough time to pick."
Right.
You gotta go with your gut instinct, man. You should only be able to watch 2 clips and know.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
Right. When you look at it and you see a couple plays and you mention match the other guy, you should have a favorite, and then you, like you said, go with that gut feeling.
He a rookie, man. DeJuan, he just getting into this coaching game, so. he ain't watched that enough hours. He ain't put his hours in,
right?
Like everybody else.
He did due diligence. So I don't know who he had on this last time like this one. That Tyler kid, he know how to fill some holes. That's one thing.
Tyler Lester.
Yeah,
Tyler Lester. Did you get to see Tyler Lester, Silverboy?
Yeah, I did, man. He looks the part too now. I mean, he's filled out too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, off the hoof. When you see him in the box, man, he's a presence.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna see. Let me see.
I like seeing those South Carolina boys, man. They know how to play some fun, and that speed, it's hard to find that get your speed.
That's low country ball, man. That's the low country's got some of the highest number of NFL players down in the low country. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
I didn't know that.
Man,
so I'm about to play Tyler Lester's film. Here's Tyler Lester's film real quick. Let me see if I can.
Okay, yeah, let's throw that on.
We just watching Silver. Let me see if I can get it.
You got go big side.
Take my ugly face off here.
I'm gonna rewind it. Let's watch it again. 6'3", 225, Tyler Lester.
South Carolina.
Is it being choppy again for us?
Little bit.
There we go. Bringing it now. He explosive, man. I like how explosive he is. He doesn't hesitate when going after the ball.
He uses his hands well against the linemen too. Great hand presence.
Yes, he does.
Right.
Shoot.
Right.
The only thing I can say bad about him is he plays kind of high. You'll want him to lower his pads a little bit. More space plays. You know, he looks like a rush guy. So more space plays definitely will see him there. And I seen one sideline to sideline tackle. And you know, when you get to the next level, man, athletes are just much better, man. And you have to expect that. So definitely want to see more sideline.
Because he went to the other team, are you, Storm?
No, I'm not. You know, I gotta look at the bad stuff. You know, I gotta look at the bad stuff. I got to, you know, gotta help my guys out. But also, man, you know, just little tidbits for him, you know.
Right. Silva, what you think, man?
But
looking at the first
for him to grow off of also.
Say that again, Freeman.
No, I said that right there is for him to grow off of also. Like by Coach Storm telling like the pros about him and then also telling the cons about him. That right there make him a better athlete. And one thing I didn't see him in that one play sideline to sideline. It was good, but was he like that during the full season, or was it just like that was his glory play? And you know, I saw speed, but tackling in space is a big thing, especially when you're going against great athletes. Like it's going to be so many great athletes at this bowl game, post-grad bowl game, and can you step up and be that bigger dog like you were with your school? Because it's easy to do it with your school where everybody else is good, or you playing against a lesser team. Everybody's going to be good. Now, when talents are matched even and equally, can you still rise and be that dog?
Yeah. Still boy.
Well, I mean, the first thing that stood out, you know, in the first couple clips is, you know, he's definitely a no blinker. Like he's going to go in there and he's going to throw his face in there, which, you know, when you look on defense, that's the first thing you want to make sure they're about, you know, because that you got to have tough dudes on defense, like fearless dudes. And you can tell he's got that fearless mentality to him. He's definitely a box player. You know, I don't see him, you know, being a guy that you really want to put out in space and match up. But he's definitely a guy that can play between the tackles and fill gaps. Like you said, uses his hands well. But, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. You know, pad level, I mean, everybody's got to work on pad level, you know, no matter what position you're playing on. But you can see there's moments he does get high. Probably trying to peek around and see, you know, what's happening. And you can see that he's still got some work on reading his keys and maybe triggering a hair faster.
Right. Yeah, I definitely see everything that you guys are saying. And go ahead, Storm.
What I like to do sometimes, if the film is available, I like to go to their high school film as well, especially when they got prep school film. Now in high school, if y'all didn't get a chance to see that, he was 215 and he was running very, very good. And that's the type of guy I would have liked to put on space. So if he could probably drop 10 pounds and get his feet back right, I think he would be a walking freak of nature because he does have the talent. I seen it. I seen what he saw when I seen his high school footage. But that's the thing with these guys.
So do you think some coaches probably told him he was a little light, so he went in and quickly gained?
I think so, and lost some speed. I think so. That's a lot of typical players do.
He's not at his playing weight anymore. Because everybody has a playing weight. You got weight, but you got your playing weight, and your playing weight is where you play at your prime. You know, so he might be over his playing weight. You know, but I know I spoke with Junior LeSaint earlier. He said he might be a DN on the college level.
Well, then he's in the right. He's going to the right direction. Then he put another 10, 15 pounds on. He'll be at that force at that defensive end spot.
Yeah.
He could definitely be, that boundary will walk up in a 3-down front. That they can bring off the edge. That's where I see him fitting, in the next level and that sort of scheme. And if he is in any type of 4-down front defense, he's definitely going to have to be that Mike guy. And if he gets into a system like that, then he might as well just put on an extra 10 pounds.
Yeah.
It's all about what system you get in, but he does have, the length to be able to play off the edge and be effective. Normally, you want to see guys 6'4", 6'5" at that position, but he is. What is he listed at 6'3"?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's not, he's not that far off, and he does have the athleticism to be able to do that. So
I mean, and he does have offers from Presbyterian and Fordham and that whole entire league, is after him heavy. So I mean, he does have some offers. He's looking at and weighing his options. So we'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully he'll pull some more after this game. I mean, he's an explosive player, though. So definitely somebody can use him, and he can make an impact on some defenses, for sure. But for anybody who's tuning in just now, trying to figure out who this guy is on here talking, Austin Silvoy, has spent some time, just a little time in the college ranks, not too much. Just so happened to be at Middle Tennessee and Austin P and a couple other places.
Now, though, man. Those are the old things.
He's taking a break. Retired means you're done. He's taking a break. Yeah. That's all it is. So we got somebody on here who knows what's being looked at on the other side. On the college coaching side. So it's great to have him on. To be able to give perspective. So somebody else that we have. Did anybody get to see Ponder, the quarterback?
Oh yeah, of course.
Did you get to see Ponder, Silvoy? Did you get a chance to watch him? What do you think about Ponder?
Oh man, well, what is he listed as? Is he 6'4", 6'5"?
6'5".
6'5".
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that stands out is he's got the prototypical size. I think he's 6'5", 210. But first thing that jumped off the tape was the ball jumps out of his hand. He's got arm strength. You can see he's got great feet in the pocket. He's the first couple of clips, you get to see him maneuver a little bit, not escape the pocket, but reset his feet. Always keeping his eyes downfield. You can actually see him go through progression on film, which is good. He's got a quick enough release. He does have a little bit of a hitch where he brings it down before he comes up, but for the most part, it's nothing that can't be worked on at the next level. But the thing that stood out is definitely his arm strength. On film, he looks accurate, and what I do like about him is he doesn't panic in pressure. Like you see defensive ends coming off the edge, and he's shuffling away from the pressure, not on the run, keeping his shoulders square, and just looks like a smooth operator out there. So that's kind of my first insight when I saw the tape on him.
Right. I'm trying to see if I can pull up his film. Let me see who I got right here. Oh, that's DeMarcus.
He's a runner too. He's not a guy.
He is a runner.
I wouldn't say he's a dual threat quarterback, but he's a guy that can extend the play. He's a big body. Defenses don't necessarily want to tackle him, but he doesn't necessarily want to get hit. But he's gonna get you 7 and get down, and that's I think everybody right now in college football is leaning towards more athletic quarterbacks. You look at all the offensive systems, not a lot of pros out there. They want guys that are open.
Right. I don't know what that was all about, but Yeah, I mean, he so right now Ponder has offers from UNLV and Eastern Michigan. So he has the offers to show for that arm. I'm gonna play that back again with just a few clips. Yeah, 6'5", 210 is what where he's at. 6'5", 210. He's at Myrtle Beach Collegiate. So he's at what Myrtle Beach, what, North Carolina, South Carolina?
South Carolina,
yep.
Yeah, South Carolina.
South
So I mean, it's slowing up on us, and his arm is strong. You can see that arm.
Yeah, he's got some good touch on the ball too. You can kind of see a little variation of different throws. He's not just a one trick pony. He throws a good vertical ball. You see him leading receivers. It's not just a receiver going up and making a great play downfield. You see him leading receivers and putting the ball in areas where the defense can't get to it. And that's good stuff to see on tape.
Yeah. What did you think, Storm? Did you guys pick him up, Storm, or did
Yes,
Team Underrated?
yes, we did.
Yes,
we did.
That's a great pick right there. That's a great pick.
That's one of our picks right there. He does have a big arm. He's a pocket passer. He is mobile, like you said. He's not one of those quarterbacks where you want to design runs for him. But if he needs to get you out of a situation, stretch the play a little bit, he can do that as well. He sees coverage good, and that's what I like to see out of quarterbacks. Going through your progression. They say that's why Tom Brady is a great quarterback, because he goes to 1, then he goes to 2, then he goes to 3, then he goes to check down. I mean, he doesn't try to go for the big play. And as you see on this film, he's good with the hitches, with the slants. He's a typical quarterback. I can't wait to see him and coach him.
Definitely. I can't wait to see
guys like that make you a great coach. So
it does. Right? Make your job a lot easier.
Yeah, they make you look good. Huh?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
Man, go ahead, Freeman.
I really like seeing because when you broke that down, I never, like, I sit and break down a lot of linemen, offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Here and there, I work with running backs so I can make sure they see where they can get extra yards that they're supposed to make, preset. But seeing you talk about the quarterback like that, I'm like, I love this right here. I love it from the breakdown, from the start. You had all the nooks and pull it up. Man, those things right there are things like he's going to hear that, and he's going to really work on that so he can continue to be versatile and continue to better his game. So, man, those are big words for him to hear. Iron sharpen iron, and I think you just sharpened that man with that one.
Right. All right. It's too bad DeJuan didn't get them so they can draw plays in the dirt with them, because that's what they like to do. At least that's what B Lane said. He said they like to draw plays in the dirt. They got some good quarterbacks too. I think they just got Devon, is that his name? Palmer?
Davion?
Did they pick him up, or did you guys get him, Storm?
No, we did. We did, Coach.
Oh man. So
what is DeJuan running the wishbone? What is he doing? I mean, he didn't get a quarterback?
I don't know, man. But
they're going wing T, I guess.
I mean, I think everybody's talented that's going to be in the game, but they definitely got some pretty good quarterbacks. So I know Jake Hack and Zach Corinne are the quarterbacks on the other team. So it's going to be interesting to see. So, I mean, Freeman, you want to talk about that old lineman a little bit that you saw.
Man,
I know that gets you excited.
Let me just, I'm super excited to see a big fella like this right here. Now, every college I go to, every scout I talk to, when they talk about interior linemen, they want to make sure that if they play the guard position, they also can play center. If they play the tackle position, they want to make sure they also can play guard. So you want to make sure you continue to move. This big dude right here, play out the play of him pulling around and being that lead guy. This guy go from left tackle to right tackle. Then they put him right there at center, and he's just constantly moving. Now his technicals are off, but that that don't take much time to fix. He get his technicals right, his pad level come through. I mean, this guy in fashion Nebraska Husky football. You ever seen Nebraska and Wisconsin play back in the 90s? That's what this guy looked like. Like he's just one of those big old corn-fed, thoroughbred Husky. This guy's big.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I just love watching him move. Like I want him. I can see his work. I want him on my team.
Trying to see if I can find him. You see, Freeman went into whole analyst mode. We started talking about old linemen.
I'm telling you, I just got
to see his mouth watering a little bit, you know.
I get excited when I see Big Hall. Like I got
Freeman playing at Ole Miss.
Oh yeah, I played at Ole Miss. I got a godson. He started off with me. He was 419 pounds. This guy was huge, and he couldn't even run like he used to walk. This guy dropped weight, and he's down to like 295 right now. He has about 18 offers, and I was like, I told you, trust. As long as you're a dog, I can teach you the technicals. As long as you're a dog in you, I can teach you the technicals. The technical part is easy, and this guy over and over again. This guy right here, he's a dog, corn-fed dog. And I hope he's on my side so I can really, cut him down and work with him, break some of those bad habits, and that in a short period of time, have the right direction. Because I want to work with a guy like that. That guy is an old school.
I like how he I like how he moves. He does move good. I like the way he pulls. He pulls. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a fast puller, and he moves really good for his size. So, and shoot, I can't even say for his size because now you got D lineman and O lineman running 4.5s now. So, so I really can't even say that anymore.
The thing that stands out, especially with O lineman, man, is like when you said he plays every position on the line. Like that's an invaluable piece that gets overlooked. I mean, when you recruit a kid like that, you know that you're going to be able to put him in any position, and he's at least going to be comfortable. He might not know the ins and outs, versus tackle and guard in your system, but at least he knows the fundamentals, like you're talking about, the techniques, the technical aspects of that, and man, that goes a long way.
Yeah, I mean,
it does.
I mean, did you get to check him out any Storm?
Oh no, I did. Oh yeah, and they took the words right out of my mouth. He's a great puller. He gets second level well. He has a high motor. Plays physical. Plays a lot of positions. Versatile. Definitely. They took the words right out of my mouth.
I know Freeman said earlier that when we was off air, he said he liked how he's putting people in the dirt. Like he was driving. He going until they are driven into the dirt.
He's nasty.
So I mean that's what you want.
He's finding somebody here
like that. You said that again?
I'm gonna have to make sure I bring McDonald's burgers every day for practice.
We're gonna see when he's up for how DeJuan and Jake Allen gonna do with they picks. I mean, it's a playmaker. Some of the picks is hard. Now it took you guys about a good 15 minutes to do some of those picks.
On the office call, it was like a real NFL moment then.
I know, like Corbin Hill and the receiver and Elijah Powell, when they were up, that took you guys a minute to get going.
Sure.
Definitely. These some of these players are neck and neck, man. It's sometimes a coin toss, but that's why you got more than one person, and that's why we ask everybody, get everybody's opinion, and we go with the best one.
Right. I'm about to see if I can pull up.
And plus, you want to make sure you have somebody. You want to make sure you have somebody to fit your system. That's a big thing.
Here goes Elijah right here. This is Elijah Powell right here.
That boy right there. Ooh.
He's a playmaker. I mean, he needs some more film for sure. He definitely needs some more film to be able to get a better look at him. He's out there in Maryland. He's down in Maryland. But I mean, you can tell just from the little bit of film that you see, right there, he's going to get that football, and he gets up like he knows he's about to catch it. He's quick off the line. From what I see, and I mean, he's going to get in the open space. I mean, but Silvoy is the receiver. He's the receiver of the group. So, what you think, Silvoy?
And the first play, this kid runs a post and does a great job tracking the ball into traffic. So I can tell he's definitely got some fearlessness in him. And I think he's smooth out there. That's one of the things that I notice is, he's not robotic. He's a playmaker. You can put him inside and outside. I think probably his skill set is going to be more utilized inside, but has great ball skills, good twitch, and I think he's a tough player too. I mean, he catches a lot of footballs in traffic.
Right. I mean, and we just saw a couple of clips, but we watched a good bit of the film earlier, so you can see it more. But Elijah Powell, you got to go check him out. Yeah, he has tough hands, which is what you want, especially when you try to get those tough yards from your receiver. You need that one receiver that you can get those tough yards with. I know we had at Troy, Tobias Gill would do that for us a lot. And he was hard to cover, man. Wasn't fast. He was not fast at all, but it's like, how are you getting open? I don't understand it.
He's called the big body Benz, baby. I mean, he was 220 pounds, and there ain't too many people able to go neck and neck with him out there on an island.
Right. I mean, and he was tight end before there were tight ends became big. You know what I mean? Because nowadays you would call him a tight end. But
he was out there one-on-one, man, one-on-one, just bodying people up.
Right. So I mean, tight ends have been around. They just call something different.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find
old tight end. They were good. Now people starting to use that tight end because that man normally uncovered, but they putting the tight end out in the slot now. Sometimes they put them out on the in the H area. They put the tight ends on the outside of the hashes, on the hashes. He's in the backfield being a sniffer. The tight end has a lot of roles now.
Yeah. But so back then, tight ends were just glorified offensive linemen. That's all they were.
With a fancy number.
There's this new wave of tight ends that want to be sexy now, and they want to get out there with the receivers and do more than what the linemen do.
Man, who's to blame for that? Who's to blame for them doing that? Kelsey comes out, and next thing you know, they swagged up.
I think Jason Tony Gonzalez.
Gonzalez started it.
I think Gonzalez started it, man. He was the premier pass catching tight end. Before they were really out there, running real routes and playing receiver.
Yeah. I mean, you go to the Patriots. I mean, and you got grown. He was just. I mean, he wasn't fancy or look pretty or nothing. He just got the job done. Then Kelsey comes out and is like, and then Gonzalez he did start it up. I mean, he was different. Now this kid right here, I think is special, man. This is Corbin Hill. I mean, first play he takes it to the house, and they're backed up in the red zone, and he takes it to the house and saves the day. I mean, that right there is a big deal.
Clutch factor, man. That's something that you can't really measure in the recruiting process. You gotta go to the games and see how clutch he is, man, or have a good source to coaches at the school to be able to plug you in on it, man. But some people got it and some people don't.
Right. Now get this though, like, man, he's from California. He's from California, and from my knowledge, what I'm told, he only had his senior year to do this. This was his senior year. He didn't play much his other years in high school. He did this in his senior year. So he's raw. He's raw and has a ton of talent.
Wow.
Yeah,
That second play, I
he's
saw him
long,
run.
man. I mean, what's his measurables?
One of my favorite plays I like to see in the red zone.
6'3",
Where they come
180.
in and they push down hard, and they, study in like they running a slant, and then they come back out. Oh my God! When they do that sweetly, I just love to see it because it leads the defensive backs.
Man,
He
when
was
I
a
watched
triple
this
jump.
film, yeah, he was. Yep, he has
He
film
was
on
a
his
triple jump
Twitter.
champion.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a triple jump.
in Cali, right?
He could definitely jump.
In California,
He can
yeah.
definitely hop the ball. And he gets yak yardage. He gets yak.
So that's
That's what
saying
you
something.
want.
You triple jumping and you winning the championship in California. I mean, it's a lot of talent. There's a big state to cover to be winning championships. I mean, yeah. You said what's his measurable? Storm 6'3",
6'3",
6'3", 185. So I mean, he still and he still has all his eligibility. So somebody get him, and I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, the kid can play. I think the kid can play. I do.
Yeah,
I really do. What do you think, Steve?
He's got a high ceiling. Just if this is just 1 year of ball, just watching him, he's very natural. I mean, shoot, he looks like he was born to play football. If he only had a year,
it does.
But yeah, the triple jump, that event, you got to be explosive. Like your strides got to be explosive, and I think he's just coming into his own, man. The ceiling's high. He's got good body control. He separates well from defenders. He does a good job sticking his foot in the ground, changing directions. He's definitely a sleeper, man. He's impressive for his size too.
Now, I believe UNLV had interest in him coming out of high school, but they wanted to see more film. So that's the reason why he went post-grad route. They wanted to see a little bit more film to see what – and like I told somebody earlier, I don't know what else they needed to see. I mean, he's coming in as a freshman. You redshirt him. You give him this experience. You get him in the weight room. I mean, sophomore year, he should be coming out. I mean, you would expect it. But, I mean, I think he's a playmaker. I think he can do some things. I really do. I think he can. I don't know, Silver. Would you have taken the second look at him? You still in the college ranks? Would you have looked at him again?
Yeah. He's definitely a guy that I think that can play. FCS to FBS, depending on the system. The only thing I see, you just don't get a true gauge of speed. He does run away from people on the first play. I just a guy that did triple jump. I want to see him run the open 100, the open 200.
Right.
And put a time out there. That's probably everybody's biggest question. When they watch his film is just how truly fast is he?
Yeah. I mean, and I watched more of his film. Like I get stuck on this film because I just want to see more. I want to see what else he can do. So I've watched a good bit of his film, and I mean, you keep watching it, and it gets better. He should have put some of them clips in the beginning because I mean, it just keeps getting better and better as you watch. So I mean, I expect him to get a lot of strong looks. You need to call Austin P. tell them you got one that they might be interested in. Hey, it's an option.
Absolutely. That's the one thing is, big bodies. It just helps out your quarterback so much. You can get all the speed you want, but if you get a bunch of 5'6", 5'7" guys and you don't have a quarterback that throws it like Tom Brady, well, you're gonna have some issues. You better have some catch radius out there because your quarterback's not going to be perfect. And so that's at Austin P we had a philosophy where we were speed first, and I'm all about that. But at the same time, you gotta have some size out there. You gotta have a red zone threat that when you get in that position, they're not going to be able to just run past everybody. They're only going to have 20 yards to be able to make a play, and you got to put that ball in a place where the defense can't get to it. And I think a catch radius guy like him is is something you got to have in your wide receiver arsenal.
Right. Hey, so did you guys didn't get him, did you, Storm? Y'all underrated
No.
got Corbin, right? Because Ponder and Corbin on the same team would have been trouble. that would have been something to watch. That would have been watching.
It's still gonna be trouble.
Yeah, it's still gonna be trouble.
Because you got Elijah and RJ McDonald. I mean, I don't have clips of RJ McDonald.
They ain't even talking about Willie Brown.
Oh, or Willie Brown. We haven't talked about him either.
And Jordan. Jordan.
Those guys can play. He's name dropping now. What they got?
I am.
I remember Willie Brown.
You remember Willie Brown?
Yeah. Willie Brown's a baller.
I recruited Willie Brown when he was at Lowndes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Willie Brown.
He just so you already had your eye on him at one point in time.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
See, I mean, see, for those watching, I mean, these post grad guys, some of them, I mean, it's some dogs in post grad, man. It's some gems that, you know, whatever the case may be, some guys may have they might need to get their grade GPA up a little bit. They might just need a little bit more film, like Corbin. You know, they might not like the offers they have. I mean, it's a good bit of guys in post grad like that right now that just they didn't like the offers. I know Big Joe that we watched, the old lineman, I think he had a D2 offer. He decided he wanted to test his luck to at least go FCS. So I mean, some guys are just betting on themselves. I mean, it's like the housing market right now. I mean, they expensive. And I don't know. They betting on themselves and trying to see if they can get a better bargain. But you know, I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, Silver One?
What about just betting on yourself?
Yeah, just some guys turning down some of these offers. I mean, give us the behind the scenes message on that.
Well, I can just give you my opinion. I don't have the answers, but in my opinion, you know, with the transfer portal, you know, going somewhere and getting a scholarship and getting your school paid for and putting yourself in a position to go to a better place is, in my opinion, the best move versus not taking the offer, not having a free education, and then risking the fact that you're going to get what you want, you know, that bigger offer to come from, you know, whether you go JUCO or prep or whatnot. I think you got to take what you got and in this day and age, make it into something, you know, and put it on tape, you know, go to a D2 school and be a D2 All-American and then get recruited by, you know, an Austin P, get recruited by Middle Tennessee. Like they're looking for guys that dominate where they're at. And so if you can do that and you can land at a spot and get your school paid for and get your meals paid for and your housing paid for, I mean, what else do you want, man?
Right. I know we got a corner that came out last year. He was in the PGR Bowl, Kevin Larkins. He went to the CIA Division II, and he had like 8 or 9 interceptions on the season. I don't remember which one, but he was just player of the week last week. Like, that's ridiculous. 9 interceptions, that's ridiculous, man. I mean, he's making a lot of noise, and he's a true freshman. He's considered to be a true freshman. So I mean, it's about what you do when you get there, not where you at. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people get caught up in the name game and you know, catching feelings about, you know, oh well, I'm bigger than that or whatnot. But at the end of the day, man, just you gotta set yourself up to go places, you know, and not push away opportunities. And like you were saying, the kid that, you know, went to in the CIA, is playing in the CIA. Well, shoot, man, there was a DB in the CIA that everybody at FBS was battling over 2 years ago, Trey Fluellen, that is at Middle Tennessee now. And he's a baller. Like he's balling at Middle Tennessee,
Right.
but he did his thing where he was at. I think he went to like Connecticut State or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he did his thing, and everybody, in mid-major wanted him. So that's my opinion. That sometimes it just goes in one ear and out the other, and people.
And that's not even you talking. That's not even you talking as a college, a recent college coach. I think that's just our era. You know what I mean? I think our era back when we were playing, you get an offer that was like, you know what I'm saying? You took that serious. Like, I got a scholarship offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't turning down a scholarship.
Right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, every offer you get, you thinking about committing. And nowadays,
you take every offer seriously.
Right. You know what I mean?
Hey, y'all dropping some jewels tonight. I can tell you that. All you young people out there, I hope y'all paying attention. These are real jewels. Like I have a player we was talking about before we got on live, and this kid right here. I mean, he's a stud of an athlete. 6 plays the cornerback position, but his position that most schools want him to play is that slot corner, dog position. That's where everybody want to flow to. And this kid, he had his Division I offer, and he waited so long. Man, these schools they got to fill spots because this is their livelihood that you're talking about. So if they need a certain, and you around here playing games, they getting the next best thing up. And you young fellas, like in our generation, whatever school came in and offered, we were ready to commit, just like you just said. We didn't have the social media era where we posted every offer online, hashtag not committed, all those little hashtags.
Recruitment still open.
You probably had your rivals page, Mr. Ole Miss. You had the stars next to your name. It was guys like me. I was emailing rivals. Hey, can you create a profile for me?
Hold on. Let me just clear it straight. I went to Ole Miss. Ed Orgeron recruited me. I had no stars. He just saw me at the last minute because I was going to Stillman College. That's what I already said. I'm going to Stillman. They offered me. I'm going to Stillman. And he came and we were playing the number 1 team in Georgia, my high school. And I was originally a defensive tackle. I had 22 tackles this one game going against a team that just blew us out. And after that game, it was like on and popping. It was on from that moment forward. So I didn't have any stars by my name. I just was a dog in the fire. That was it. That was it.
You were that hidden gem, man. That's what you were.
But we didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
We had, if you wanted the travel tapes, and that's selling the age and everything. Had the VHS.
My mom just pulled out my VHS tape last night. She said, "Look what I found." I said, "Do we even have anything to put that in?"
No, you can't even watch it.
I'm gonna have to go to a thrift shop to find a VCR.
Right, you can't even watch it, man. That's crazy, man. But hey, so a couple of other players to mention. The Grayson brothers. The Grayson brothers was up for grabs, and we put them up against each other. I don't know if you got to see any of the Grayson brothers, but these boys they can play. They just got an offer from Livingston College. I know. Let me see if I can pull them up. Here goes Tamarcus Grayson. Good size, long.
Yeah. Length.
Oh yeah,
length. That's the first thing I noticed, man. Is length.
And he just came down and smacked him.
Oh yeah.
I like how he comes downhill, man. He comes downhill hard, with a purpose. And that's something you see a lot of guys trailing nowadays. They trail, and so but he's coming downhill with a purpose and with a meaning. Play that back one more time.
Yeah, he plays with an edge.
Hey, that's what we went in the battle on film, right? That's when we got in our meeting, our huddle, and watch that guy. We love him come downhill and make plays. From film, he looked like he's tall.
But his brother does the same thing.
Huh?
His brother a little bit more finesse. his brother's a little bit more finesse. You know, he's more of a corner. But I mean, they both. I mean, his brother plays the same way.
I mean, his brother played the same way, but his brother ain't coming down and hitting like that. His brother gonna get you in coverage.
Right, exactly, right. Like I say, he's more finesse. His brother's more finesse, for sure. His brother's more finesse, man. But I mean, like, hey, but as you can see, I mean, we just watched about 5 guys, man. It's the talent level in this game is gonna be ridiculous, man. Like it's gonna be ridiculous as long as Storm don't pick all the all the top guys. I mean,
Storm GM of the year, man. He got the pick of the litter.
But listen, you see how you ask measurements, and he already knows the measurements. He already said, yeah, he's 6'4", 2.
Oh yeah,
hey, track the field, guys.
He's been researching. He went to Holly Hills High School and ran track. He's homecoming team.
Got 2 sisters, 3 dogs, and a cat.
Right.
So, I mean, I just want the guys to understand. All the guys is on team exposure. Just be ready to work, man, because you're gonna be doing a lot of studying. I know last year he had them in the lobby studying, and I walked through the lobby at night, you know, trying to set stuff up, and they studying, and you know, I mean, I'm like, man, like he had them working. So team exposure. I mean, if you coming to have fun, just know it's gonna be little of that off the field.
You can go to Disney after the game.
After the game.
Yeah, for the game.
Because Storm bring them there for business. Storm say, "Hey, y'all coming for a purpose?
Business trip.
We finna get that film.
It's a business trip.
Y'all know how it is when we on that college bus or we flying to a new place. Every stadium we go to, we get there the day before, and they automatically, this is a business trip. Whatever you thought, get it out your mind. This is a business trip. We come here to handle business,
exactly.
And that's what it is. They come here to put in their work, handle business, get the film that they need, shake hands to different coaches, and you know the best opportunity that comes. That's what they're here for, the business.
Right, exactly. So I mean, look. Is there anybody that stood out to you guys? We had a couple of guys that we said we were going to talk about tonight. We didn't get to everybody, but is there anybody that you guys, was able to watch earlier in the day and say, hey, I like this guy?
Go back to my notes.
I like the RJ McDonald.
Right,
receiver.
Palmetto.
Yeah.
Palmetto.
Yeah, big, long joker. Can go up and get it.
Yeah, he's up in Palmetto. That's in South Carolina as well.
Yep. And he have a lot of fast twitch. Like I saw him, boom, 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 boom. I love seeing that fast twitch. That twitch is. I'm always looking for that when I'm looking at skill.
Oh yeah, a long guy like that with twitch is dangerous, and he's got unreal go up and get it ability. Like the way he climbs up the ball in the air. I mean, he's probably a basketball guy. Storm, I don't know if you did the research on him, but he looks like a basketball guy. He's got that body control and just the timing of when to go up and when to grab it off somebody's head. And so I think him and the Corbin kid, those are going to be some highlight reel type guys in this game. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. I know
all day.
Brother, I know McDonald went to visit North Carolina Central. Coach Leon there. Do you know Coach? Do you know that offensive coordinator over there?
In North Carolina Central?
Yeah.
No, I don't. My buddy was the defensive coordinator there, but now he's the defensive coordinator at Presbyterian. So I'm familiar with them, but I don't know them directly.
Right, yeah. I mean, and they're doing pretty well. North Carolina Central, I think they just lost the game against North Carolina State, I believe. But I mean, they're doing pretty good over there. But I know he just did a visit over there, and has a couple of other schools. It's just about getting that trigger pull. I mean, I know I see in the comments somebody's talking about Jordan. I can't never pronounce his name, McKinnis. Yeah. Jordan McKinnis, the running back. He's tough too. I mean, he's a tough running back. He's at Myrtle Beach too, I believe. He was tough.
Now
Did you get to see him?
Where is he from originally? Because his name sounds really familiar. Is he a Carolinas guy, or does anybody know where he went to high school?
Let me find my notes and see. Jordan McKinnis.
No.
Storm probably doing some research right now off camera. Let me see. Jordan McKinnis. I see Greensboro. That's what I see.
Okay. Well, yeah, so he's a North Carolina guy.
Yep. Greensboro.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because he's a running back, but he also plays in the slot a little bit, and so he's more of a scat back than a true running back. But just on film, I mean, you can tell he's a tough runner. I mean, he's dragging guys.
I wonder if he put on some weight. I wonder if he put on some weight since high school and developed that ability to be able to do that. Because I mean, guys they try to figure out why they're not getting the offers they want, and when they talk to different people, they figure it out and they try to do those things. So I wonder if he figured that out and said, you know what, okay, I'm about to show you that I can run tough too, and be a workhorse.
Yeah, because he definitely runs tough, man, and he's got good acceleration. You see him pull away from some people, and balance wise, he never goes down on first contact. So that's a great thing to see.
No, exactly. Right. We got Trent Johnson.
Trent name out there.
Trent said, "Don't forget about the dog, Trent Johnson." Trent Johnson at Mississippi Prep. Hey, he is a dog, man. Man, we can go on and on. Like that's why we have to break this thing up. We can only do so many guys tonight, and next week we'll do some more. But listen, it's some dogs in this game, man, and the list goes on and on. I'm excited. I can't wait. I know. You say you gonna be out of town and stuff, Silverwood. But if you get back in town, man, make sure you stop by and see what's going on. We are streaming the game, so I'll make sure you get that link if you're not in town, so you can.
Send that over to me, because after watching all these highlight tapes, man, I feel like I'm invested now. So
right,
I want to see these guys in action.
Right, exactly, for sure. But man, that's our time for the night, man. We're gonna get over because we can talk about this all night. But thanks for getting on with the Silverwood. Hopefully we can get you on again, man. This was fun talking with you, talking some ball, man.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
I'm about to get in the group chat. I'm gonna get in the group chat and talk some stuff to DeJuan and tell him about himself. But it's fun messing with him. But man, it's gonna be some fun stuff. Everybody's team exposure, team underrated. We put out some of the the unofficial rosters today, and hopefully we have the official rosters by mid next week. But they looking good right now. We got most of the skilled guys. We just trying to get the big boys situated, but and drafted. But that's Freeman. Freeman gets excited about that stuff.
Hey, bring it on. We need to get some Mississippi boys in here now. Hey, we got a lot of big boys in Mississippi. I'll tell you that one.
Right, man. But I appreciate it, man. That's another episode of Straight Talk with Postgrad Recruits, man. Until next time, we see y'all later. Appreciate you, Silverwood.
Yes, sir. See y'all.